Question number 4a about the agents of erosion and landform formed by it. You know the agents of erosion. You rightly explained the 5 agents of erosion and the landforms formed uh, by it. Friend, it is the question for 10 marks. So don't directly write in such a table form. At least you have to make the two paragraphs. Okay, so whatever landforms you know, at least you try to show it. For example, here the barkans, then just at least draw the diagram of barkan in order to make it more representable. For example, about the karst topography, at least you show the sinkholes, stalactites, stalagmite, pillars. Okay, because the question is about compare the landform produced by each one of them. So for each every for whatever you have written the agents of erosion, the agents of erosion, these are the right, but the second half about the landform, here you have to make the small paragraphs and draw as much diagram as possible, because it is for the 10 marks. But whatever you have written with the same content, and making it in the paragraph form, you can got very good marks. But for this content you can get about the 4 marks out of 10. So please try to write in the paragraphs. Okay, as much possible you can try to write in paragraphs and draw diagrams. So with the diagrams you can go up to the 7 marks with the same content. If you write same and draw diagram, you can got 7 marks. But for time being, this is for you will get 4. Question number 4b about explain the role of El Nino on monsoon circulation. So you started with the El Nino. It is the phenomenon of warming, good one. And after that you directly given the role of El Nino in monsoon. Okay, during El Nino years, the I didn't got this word. What you are going to explain? Lower intensity of rainfall, good one. It occurs in 2-3 years, decreases the intensity of masculine is high. The 2 points are very convincing. Along with that, you have drawn the diagram, good representation. And at last, you have mentioned that the monsoon will adversely affect. Good, you have the knowledge of what is the uh, consequences of El Nino. And as you have holistically explained the consequences of El Nino, you can get 5.5 marks for this question, because the diagram is very appropriate. You have also included the role of masculinis in the diagram, very holistic diagram, good attempt. And you rightly mentioned the El Nino's effect, so good one. And if you want to increase 1 or 2 marks more, so try to include the El Nino and uh, what are the actual concept of El Nino. You should try to give the actual concept of El Nino, in which you can give the Julian circulation, vocal cell. Okay, try to show the vocal cell here also. Along with that, give the insolation, inso El Nino. So this much is sufficient. And the role of El Nino on monsoon. So here the El Nino year is probably the drought year, but this linkage is somewhat complex. There are few years when there is a El Nino, but India got the normal rainfall. So the relationship is not 100% accurate, but surely there is some linkage between the El Nino and Indian monsoon. Question number 4c, it is about the various type of atmospheric humidity and their associated forms. So in atmospheric humidity you have mentioned the AH/RH specific humidity. You have just given the types, but you miss the second half of the question, that is humidity and its forms. So clouds is one of form. After that, haze, smoke, smaze, these are the forms of humidity, because the humidity which is got condensed, saturated, and the clouds are formed. So clouds are the associated forms of the humidity. So you missed the second half of the question, but you rightly given the three types of humidity. You will get 3 marks out of 10. Question 3e, about it is for the 10 marks. Discuss the methods of conserving biodiversity for sustainable development. So you directly started from the conservations technique. Okay, so no doubt, due to you know everything but you are unable to manage the time properly, uh, what you can do here, you have to add the definition of sustainable development, and in the sustainable development you have to conserve, preserve, and wisely use the environmental resources, the natural resources, and for that purpose the conservation is needed. Okay, so the sustainable development definition of sustainable development should be added in this. And in situ conservation, you just briefly given the national park and wildlife sanctuary. Try to give example, and as you are writing paper 1, so try to give the international example. Okay, and for example, in terms of the national park, you can give example of Yellowstone National Park. Okay, in ex situ conservation, zoological park, botanical park, seed bank. Good, but some brief explanation is needed because this is for the 10-mark question, and whatever you have explained, you have given the three types of in situ conservation, three types of ex situ conservation. For this explanation you will get 2 marks out of 10. Question number 5a, it is for the 20 marks, and state the concept of plate tectonics. So first half is about the concept of plate tectonics. The second half, how does it help in explaining the formation of Andes and Rockies mountain. So there are the three parts for the 20 marks. First one is the concept of plate tectonics, second part is about Andes, and third part is about the Rockies. So this question has the three parts. So you rightly given the in introduction you explain the plate tectonics, and Morgan has given it very good. After that, the asthenospheric lava and the plates you explained good, and the culmination, how the ida is evolved, good, continental drift, sea floor spreading. After that you mentioned the plates, so the concept of plate tectonics you rightly explained. Then the next half of the question is about the Andes and formation of Rockies. So in this diagram you have shown the concept, the plate interaction, the interaction between plate boundaries and the fold mountains. Good, the diagram is self explanatory. The second half of the question you didn't address, still you didn't address the second half, but the plate interaction, constructive, destructive, transboundary plate interaction, good one. Now at the end you uh, explained the formation of Andes mountain. It is the Nazca plate. It is not the Pacific. It is the Nazca plate for the Andes, and John D. Fuca plate for the Rockies mountain. So no doubt you rightly explained the formation of Andes. You explained the formation of Andes, but you missed the formation of Rockies. Here you can add the diagram, that is Rockies are formed. Okay, you can add the diagram of Rockies also, but overall you actually know the concept of plate tectonics, and you explained the Andes mountain. Just the improvement is that draw one more diagram and show the formation of Rockies mountains also. And for the value addition, you may show that as per the plate tectonics there are more 8 major plates, and you can in the block diagram you can show the 8 major plates. Okay, so that the concept will show that this pictorial representation will allow you to fetch 1 or 2 marks extra. So you can do this. And in concept of plate tectonics the everything is fine, the improvement is needed for the Rockies mountain. So For this question, for the concept of plate tectonics, you will get 6 marks. You holistically explain the Andes mountain formation, you will get the 6 mark, but you just given the passing reference to the Rockies. So in total you will get 13 marks out of 20 for this question. Then next question, question 5c. Question 5c is uh, about the world pattern of industrial development and explain the problems of industrial development, but you have written some ocean currents. So no doubt you have rightly explained the ocean currents, but the need of question is about the industrial development. So you didn't address the question properly. I think you miss out, you jumble between the question number 5 and question number 6, and you written it impact of ocean current on coastal area. So you written the question number 6b instead of question number 5c. So friends, don't make such mistake. And so at last you try to complete the paper. So it's a very good paper. You have dedicatedly written, you have dedicatedly attempted all the question. So in last word I just want to explain, holistically complete the paper and make paper balance. For the 20 marks, try to write 4-6 paragraph, and you have the 20 days remaining. So all the best for your examination. Thank you.